All right, Gooch Maniacs, I'm back. I'm going to be doing my ranking of every live action Batman, all 12 people who've played Batman in live action. I'm not counting those that played Bruce Wayne, just those that have played Batman in live action. Which goes all the way back to 1943, and I have watched at least one movie or show where these individuals have played Batman in live action. I'm going to go from worst to best. Now, this is who played Batman, not based on their role as Batman's alter ego, Bruce Wayne, because there is a particular one on here who is ranked in the top 4 as to playing Batman, but I thought he was really good as Bruce Wayne. If you want to see that video, comment on this one. In at number 12 is George Clooney, who played Batman in 1997 in the Batman and Robin movie. The movie was bad, and they had really good choices for some of the villains and all. Uma Thurman, and you had Arnold Schwarzenegger. They did really good jobs as villains. The script was weak, but George Clooney was a poor pick for Batman. To be honest with you, if I do a Bruce Wayne one, he'll probably come in last for Bruce Wayne as well. And at number 11 is Ben Affleck. I actually dislike Ben Affleck more than I do George Clooney as an actor. But Ben Affleck in 2016 in the Batman v Superman and Batman in the Justice League movies and in the Flash movie, he did what he could with what he had to work with. But again, he's not a good, strong actor. He's just like George Clooney. He's one of those actors I really don't care for. I really don't think I don't think he's that great of an actor. But with that said, he did do far better job as Batman than George Clooney. George Clooney is, let's put it this way. If I had 1,000 different people who've played Batman in my lifetime on this list, George Clooney would still come in last. Who knows about where Ben Affleck will fall. And at number 10 is Robert Pattinson, who played Batman in the Batman movie in 2022. He was not bad, but he wasn't great. And at number 9 is Warren Christie, I think is how you say it. I'm not really sure how you would say that. Who played him in 2021. And then Lynn Glean, who played him from 2019 to 2021. I'm guessing that was on a show or something. Number 7 is David Mazzucca, who played him from 2014 to 2016. I really hadn't seen a whole lot of those particular guys. But I know they've bound to have done better than George Clooney and Ben Affleck. Now, this ain't me just hating on George Clooney and Ben Affleck. Number 6, Robert Lowry, who played Batman in 1949. I had the 1949 and the 1943 serials on DVD, and I've watched them. And he was the second man to play Batman in live action, but he wasn't the best. Now, number 5 is the first man to play Batman in live action, Lewis Wilson. Again, I got the 1943. Yeah, it's a little problematic if you're a liberal because it took place during World War II and the main villain was Asian and they called him a Jap and stuff like that. But that was the product of its time, and we shouldn't judge it because it was a product of its time. Now, in at number 4 is the guy that I said was probably the best Bruce Wayne out of all of them. But he was the number 4 Batman. And that was the guy who just passed away, Val Kilmer, who played Batman in 1995. He was an excellent, when you think of Bruce Wayne, he embodied Bruce Wayne. He wasn't as good as Batman as he was as Bruce Wayne, but still he was miles ahead of George Clooney and Ben Affleck. Sadly enough, an actor who just barely beats him out, the guy that comes in at number 3. I don't really like the number 3 guy. I like Val Kilmer as an actor better. But as Batman, he was not that great. But as Bruce Wayne, he was perfect. Now, the next guy was slightly better Batman than Val Kilmer, but slightly worse as Bruce Wayne. And that's Christian Bale. Now, Christian Bale, he had some excellent stories, and he was really good at playing Batman. He just wasn't the definitive Batman or the definitive Bruce Wayne. That's why he comes in at number 3 on this list. But like I said, I like Val Kilmer as an actor better than I do Christian Bale, but Christian Bale was a tad bit better at being Batman than Val Kilmer. Now, number 2 might be a little controversial because a few people are going to tell me, oh, that's wrong, you're wrong, da 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 da. But in at number 2, Michael Keaton from 1989, and the sequel in 1991, I believe. Now, yes, Michael Keaton being in at number 2 is probably a controversial move. Now, if I was only doing this based on the ones that did movies and not ones that did him in TV and movies, he would still come in at number 2 because the number 1 guy, y'all already know who it is because I haven't even said it yet, did a movie and did him on TV, and voiced him in cartoons. But Michael Keaton, probably the best Batman out of all the ones I've covered already. And the only reason why the guy that's in at number one is in at number one is primarily for the fact that his portrayal of Batman was somewhat comical, but it actually made Batman more popular. They even changed Batman's costume in the comic books to look more like the TV show that he played Batman. Also, his Batman gave us villains that were not in the comic books but are now part of the comic books, like King Tut and Egghead, and gave us Batgirl. Batgirl started on the TV show before she was in the comic books, so that would have to tell you how good the TV show was. If they take characters from the TV show and put them retroactively into the movies, and that's, of course, number one is Adam West from 1966. Adam West might be a little controversial at number one. Some people might agree that I picked the right one for number one, but this is my personal feeling. I thought Adam West was the ultimate Batman. Now, if I did my list of the men who played Superman in live action, trust me, if I do that one, and if you want to see it, say Superman in the comics. If I do that one's be even a little bit more controversial. But as always, be good to each other. Until next time, Gooch out.